I thought I was signing a contract to carry a child, nothing more. No emotions, no attachment, no future. But the moment I stepped into the world of a Korean billionaire who looked at me like I already belonged to him, I realized this wasn't just a surrogacy agreement. It was a trap made of desire, protection, and a love he would later refuse to let me walk away from. I signed the contract with trembling hands, my name stark against the white paper that promised more money than I had ever seen. A Korean billionaire. Discretion. A private arrangement. I told myself it was just business, my body, my choice, my future secured. I never imagined the man behind the signature would change everything. When I met Kang Jun Seo for the first time, he didn't look at me like an arrangement. His gaze lingered, warm and searching, as if he was already memorizing me. Something unspoken passed between us, and in that moment, I knew this would never be simple. Jun Seo was younger than I expected, devastatingly handsome in a quiet, restrained way. His wealth was obvious, but so was his loneliness. The penthouse felt cold despite its luxury, echoing with a life that had no warmth. I will take care of everything, he said softly. You will never be alone. I thought he meant medically. I didn't know he meant emotionally or dangerously. The rules were clear: no emotional attachment. Yet every doctor visit turned into long conversations, shared smiles, and moments that felt too intimate to ignore. He remembered how I liked my tea. I noticed how his eyes softened when he laughed. A tea night. I lay awake wondering why a man with everything looked at me like I was the one thing he'd been missing. When paparazzi rumors started circling, Jun Seo tightened security around me. I won't let anyone hurt you, he said, his voice low and fierce. The way he said "you" made my heart stumble. He moved me into the east wing of the penthouse for my safety, he claimed. But I felt something else beneath it. Possession, fear, want. It happened accidentally, his hand brushing mine as we stood on the balcony overlooking Seoul. The city lights reflected in his eyes as he froze, then slowly tightened his grip. I'm sorry, he whispered, though neither of us pulled away. That night, I dreamed of him holding me like I belonged there. Pregnancy hormones made emotions spill easier. One night, I told him about my struggles, about being a black woman in a world that rarely chose softness for me. He listened like every word mattered. You are extraordinary, he said. No one had ever said it like that, like a vow. When a male doctor laughed too long with me, Jun Seo's mood darkened instantly. Later, he confronted me not angrily, but wounded, I don't like the way they look at you, he admitted. My heart raced, This wasn't part of the contract. One stormy night, thunder shook the windows, and fear drove me into his arms. He held me tightly, his breath warm against my hair, We didn't kiss, but the tension was unbearable. Tell me to stop, he murmured. I didn't. And that silence changed everything. Rumors exploded online. An African surrogate living in a billionaire's home. Hate poured in, sharp and cruel, Jun Seo stood beside me publicly, his hand firm on my back, Any attack on her is an attack on me, he declared, That was the moment I realized I wasn't just protected, I was chosen. When the pregnancy entered its final months, I reminded him gently that my time here would end soon. His face hardened. No, he said simply, I won't let you go. The words should have scared me, but they felt like a confession. He finally said it under the cherry blossoms, in his private garden. I love you, not the arrangement. You, I cried in his arms. Knowing this love was complicated, dangerous, and real, loving him felt like falling without a safety net and choosing to fall anyway. The day the baby arrived, Jun Seo never left my side. He held my hand through every pain, whispering encouragement, tears streaking his face. When it was over, he kissed my forehead and said, You gave me more than a child, You gave me a family. The contract was complete. I packed my bags with shaking hands. Jun Seo watched silently, his eyes heavy with unspoken fear, Stay, he said. Not because of the baby, Because I love you. The choice was mine and my heart already knew the answer. We faced the world together, AMBW, love under scrutiny, judgment, and envy. He held my hand through it all, never once loosening his grip. I refuse to let you go, he told the press. She is my future. And for the first time, I believed forever was possible. Years later, Seoul felt like home. Love had rewritten every fear I once carried. I came as a surrogate but stayed as his partner, his heart, his equal. What began as a contract became a love story no one could stop watching and no one could ever forget. If you enjoyed this story, let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe because your support means so much to us. Thank you.